Netflix has many top hits, but there's one that's taken over our hearts and minds. The music on the violin, gorgeous dresses, a hidden writer, attractive dukes, and ballroom dances. Ring a bell? It's the one and only Bridgerton, and it's coming out with its third season. As for Bridgerton tradition, we're about to get new characters. Stick with us to find out who they are as we become your very own Lady Whistledown. First, what will the season be based on? Before we dive into the characters, we need to tell y'all what is set to happen so you can catch up to where the characters will fit. Okay, so the third season will be focusing on the love development between Colin Bridgerton and Penelope Featherington. But in the book series the show is adapted from, it's supposed to be based on Benedict Bridgerton. That doesn't seem like the case anymore, and to be honest, we expected it with how they've been building up to it in the first and second seasons. Seems like the show is drifting further from the books, so we don't have a clear idea of who'd be cast further. A few important plots have already been altered on the show when compared to the books. One of them is that Colin was supposed to find out that Penelope is Lady Whistledown, which is supposed to kick off their romantic story. But if you've seen the show, then you know that it's Penelope's best friend and Colin's younger sister Eloise who finds out about Penelope. Now, another plot change is that in the books, Penelope is a 28-year-old woman who has nothing left to lose, and the story takes a 7-year time jump. The show is doing none of that. In the synopsis for the upcoming season, Penelope is throwing herself out there after the hurtful remarks she heard from Colin. So she's determined to find someone else. This might be where we see new characters. Next up, the characters we're sure to see in some way. Netflix was generous enough to confirm that 3 new characters will be joining the cast for season 3. Now, we must warn you that Netflix is keeping their roles in the show a secret, so we know who they are, but we're not sure of what they'll do. For that, you'll have to watch the show. Despite that, Netflix teased that these characters may or may not be romantic rivals for Colin, as he slowly realizes that he does have feelings for Penelope and they might not be as platonic as he thinks. We're ready for the angst, jealousy, and pining, and we're hoping Colin gets on his knees to apologize for hurting our dear Penelope. Let's start with the first one we know of, Marcus Anderson. The first character is Marcus Anderson. He'll be played by Daniel Francis, who's known for the 2021 Netflix original Stay Close and his appearance on ABC's Once Upon a Time. The accumulated talent of the cast is insane. Now, Marcus is not a character from the book, but with the direction the show's headed in, are we surprised? Nope, but we do have a description of the character. He is described as a charismatic presence who lights up any room he enters. So he'll be similar to the Duke and Viscount? Marcus will be attracting the crowd of the ton, especially the mothers. Going by this description, it isn't far-fetched to believe that he may act as a love interest for Pen. Next, we have Lord Doubling, who'll be portrayed by Sam Phillips. Phillips is best known for his work in Netflix's The Crown and BBC's The Syndicate. We can't believe we'll see him again in a prominent series. Doubling's character is described as a likable lord, but he has some strange habits, plus enough wealth for us to ignore any such flaws. There's one character who loves wealth and scheming with sketchy men. Yup, you guessed it, Lady Featherington. This character isn't in the book either, so all we have are our assumptions. But we think that Pen's mother will try and find a way to convince her daughter to go for a man of such status and wealth. Bear in mind that Pen wants that as well. According to the show's synopsis, Penelope would want a husband who can give her the independence she needs to continue living as Lady Whistledown on the side. So maybe the Lord could give her just that? At this point, we're so invested that we could write the story ourselves. Moving on to the last confirmed character, Harry Dankworth. Last in the line, we have Harry Dankworth, played by James Foon. He's previously been cast in the stage production of Harry Potter and the Cursed Child and is set to appear in an upcoming horror series, Wreck. Dankworth is described as a character who lacks wit but is so dashing it doesn't matter. Looks over personality it is. Okay, so we all know that Penelope wants someone intelligent or has something that benefits her in some way. She's way too obsessed with reading and writing to fall for someone who can't match her wit and intelligence. But since he's good looking and might be interested in Pen, maybe that alone will trouble Colin and get him to fess up. None of them is originally from the book. Coming up, we've got new relationships. Now, this isn't a new character, but we do have a possible new relationship. Eloise ended her friendship with Pen because of all the trouble her writing caused her family. So who's going to replace Pen? Kate Sharma from season 2 might be the perfect match for Eloise's rebellion, intellect, and passion. We're expecting more characters since is such a huge series. They may develop the story of Benedict, at least we hope they do. Now, moving on to other related news you might be interested in. First up, Eloise and Benedict will play vital roles in the upcoming season. Eloise and Penelope had a massive fallout. Eloise found out that Pen was penning as Lady Whistledown, which had been causing stress to her family. Also, if you found out your bestie was keeping such a huge secret from you, wouldn't you feel betrayed? In the show, Eloise is seen as someone confiding in her friend, while Penelope feels the opposite and hides her secret identity. So, Season 3 will feature the explicit details and aftermath of their fallout. Eloise might even find herself a new friend who better matches her intellect, like Kate Sharma. The new showrunner, Jess Brownell, came out to say that Benedict, Colin's older brother, will be a vital part of the season. Although this season was supposed to feature Benedict's story as per the books, there are speculations that this season would build up to that. Brownell also came out to confirm that Penelope's weight loss from the books won't be followed. She's stunning as she is, and we love that. Next up, Season 3 is not coming in September of 2022. The show, Bridgerton, will now be releasing 2 more seasons after the show went viral for its drama, love stories, and regency. Ever since then, the fans have been eager, scouring for teases and rumors. Not very different from The Ton, huh? So far, we don't have a specific date, but a seemingly accurate guess. The show's production had started in June, but was confirmed in July with the cast holding 3 fingers up in a video shared on their official Instagrams. Since then, we've kept up with whatever they threw at us, whether it be a glimpse of the set or the characters. Shows take about 6 months post-production to be completed, so the best general guess is that the show will air either at the start of 2023 or a few months in at the latest. Lastly, will Lady Whistledown finally be exposed to the Ton? According to the book, Colin finds out about Penelope's secret. In the show, we see Eloise find out and not Colin, which raises the question, will her identity be revealed? The book shows that Cressida Twombly finds out who the real writer is and takes the title of Lady Whistledown to blackmail Penelope. Colin announces that his wife, Penelope, is the Lady Whistledown, which is met with cheers and appreciation. With the way the show has deviated from the actual plot, fans are wondering if this is the way Penelope's double life will be revealed. But we just don't see it happening in the show. Netflix wants a season for each of the siblings. So far, they've confirmed 4. So revealing Whistledown wouldn't match up, as she's used in the show as a narrator to introduce drama, stir it, and pour it down everyone's news page. Ending this mystery earlier on wouldn't appeal to the audience as much and lower the viewership. But even then, following Colin and Penelope's story without addressing the infamous writer isn't possible either. We're interested to see which direction the show takes and builds upon. That's a wrap for this video. What do you think of the new characters, and what's your theory on them? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.